Cool. So, hello and good evening, everyone. My name is Yogwart Mehta. I'm an assistant professor at Sage University, Indore. Today, we'll be discussing about emerging technologies and opportunities available in them. First of all, let's see what emerging technology means. The term emerging technology has been growing in popularity, particularly in the IT and academic world, as we have seen. However, emerging technology is relative, as someone may see a technology as emerging and others may not see it in the same way. Everyone has different opinions, everyone different perspectives. Additionally, this term takes on different meanings depending on the industry. For example, professionals in the IT will view it drastically different than someone immersed in social media or medicine. So basically, I will answer the simple thing that what is emerging technology? While there is no universal definition of emerging technology, but a dictionary definition is a concept as a new technology that is currently being developed or will be developed within the next 5 to 10 years. Finally, this term applies to technologies that are currently creating or will create lasting economic or social effects. Now, let's see what are the emerging technologies in the world right now. As we all know, there are many emerging technologies the community believes are poised to have the greatest impact in coming times. With both short and long-term potential, some of the technologies we are seeing firsthand today and right now because of the pandemic last year and still going, excuse me. There are some of the emerging technologies are artificial intelligence, that is AI, 5G, Internet of Things, cybersecurity, blockchain, and there are many more emerging technologies. But today, we will be discussing about artificial intelligence because it is one of the most important and it is the topmost emerging technology right now, according to many articles and blogs and researches that's been going on. So, what is artificial intelligence? Most of us generally know it as an AI, like there's a short form of artificial intelligence. It's AI. But you can see the technical definition of AI over here. So artificial intelligence is a way of making a computer controlled robot or software think intelligently in a similar manner the intelligent human thinks. That is what it says, artificial intelligence, because it is making the system, the software, think like a human and act accordingly. And then second is AI is accomplished by studying how human brain thinks and how humans learn, decide, and work while trying to solve a problem. So this is what AI does. The companies across various industries are using, investing in, or planning to invest in artificial intelligence. AI is improving. I will say AI because AI means artificial intelligence, so just bear with it. AI is improving industrial processes and making machines smart. It is expected to be one of the most disruptive technologies that will impact the industry and business. It's disruptive technology, not destructive, disruptive. As the market for AI grows, all the industries should understand how this technology will affect their company strategy. And many of you visit social media, read blogs, articles, and if you read those news articles and blogs, there is one thing you can deduct it from them, that AI is considered as the future of everything. Now we'll see why AI is booming and evolving so fast. The research, the development have been going on since long time, but it's been now since last year, it's been booming and evolving so fast. Why is it so? What's so unique about AI and different from existing technologies? These are the features why artificial intelligence is going to be the future. If you see, they can process millions of sensor inputs automatically. They are AI-powered robots can do very hazardous jobs like intense heat jobs, welding, bomb defusing. They can easily do it. The AI solutions they can be helpful in speech recognition and interaction. They help in fast decision making. They handle situational problems and explore solutions at the same time. So basically, when we read all these features, what did we understand from all these features? That as more and more AI systems will appear, they will have different names. We are seeing a proliferation of new names for AI. And in effort to brand and reach marketing departments around the globe, keep trying out new words for smart. You can say some AI is using, AI is doing. Some may be known as deep learning. Some can be known as machine learning. Some may be known as self-driving cars. So everyone has given the names separately that what AI means for them. So they are all named for different aspects of AI. Each in its own way is doing something that we would see as part of what it means to be an intelligent human. So, like these are all very not complicated but high level examples. I will tell you a very easy feature what almost everyone encounters every day. I hope, like I'm not sure, but most of you watch Netflix and Amazon. But you see, when Netflix and Amazon suggest movies or books for you, they are doing something quite human, what a human does. They look at what you have liked in the past, what you have purchased, what you have viewed, find people with similar purchasing profiles, and suggest things those people like that you haven't seen. Of course, some interesting nuances exist here, but see that this is what you might do yourself if you notice that two of your friends share common interests and use the likes and dislikes of one of them to figure out a gift for the other. So basically, AI is almost doing the same thing what human does, but it's doing faster and a little more efficient. For us to learn here is that we don't have to get caught up thinking how good or bad a recommendation is. Instead, we have to focus on the ability of the AI system to build profiles, figure out similarities, make predictions about one person's likes or dislikes based on those of someone who is similar to him or her. So we should not we should learn from AI that how they are working and how efficiently they are giving us the result. As a user, we can go all day discussing about AI and its pros and cons. But we have to look at the bigger picture. This is a huge field that is emerging. That is one of the top fields that is considered in the emerging technologies. And since it's a huge field, so we can make our careers as a professional or as an entrepreneur. If you see here, artificial intelligence is not just for IT or software field. AI is present everywhere and in everything. If you see, it's available in manufacturing. Every process, whenever you go to a manufacturing plant, you see everything is being automated. They work automatically. Surgical technicians working with robotic tools. You see, you must have seen videos or read the news that the operation, excuse me, operations are performed by robotic arms. Very minute operation, very peculiar operations are performed by robotic arms. So those are used in healthcare fields. When you go to the defense one, military and all these defense systems, they use AI to develop their software technologies, their drones, the new technology which is coming in the arms and ammunition. They are using it. You see in the graphic art designers, they use softwares where they just input the content what they want and the software automatically designs it according to your need. Real estate industries here, like many of you are students, and whenever you go for studies, you search for apartments in cities. And even if you will search apartment in one platform at one website with one vendor, but then you will see after some time you will get many suggestions with the same particulars what you need. If you need 2 BHK, you'll get suggestions of 2 accordingly, like that. So here, when we see AI in various industries, as we see in this graph, AI is not just limited to software and IT services. When you see at the top here, It says software IT services, but obviously this is the most important. But when you see to the other fields, it's education, hardware and networking, finance, all the fields. Look at all the fields and year-wise growth of the technology. Every field is important, and in every field it's been growing year by year. This graph is from 2015 to 17, and imagine right now 2021 is going on. So imagine how much advancement have been done in these years. But you might be familiar with some people who just say all these technologies are only made or executed in Western countries, and here it's very tough to study or implement all these things. But again, when you see in the next slide where AI skill is required in the world, when you see here, India is third on the list where AI skill is required majorly. We have the talent, we have the youth who are very bright and can do wonders in the field if provided proper education and given ample opportunity. So it's not just like AI is the emerging technology. We have all the resources, we have the brains to execute it, and if we properly given the opportunity and education, we can do wonders in that field. And as we all know, in everything, every you can say every place, every social media you go, even if you study, if you watch TV, watch movies, online e-libraries going on, and this is all IT. But if you go for cars, self-driving cars, and everywhere AI is available, and this field is going to grow and grow. It's not going to go down. There will be innovations every time, and as we have seen that since the last year, this technology just took over almost everything. This was given the utmost importance. All the research and development was done with the help of AI, and it was also improving itself. So when we talk that, since it's very much AI skill is required in the world in many countries, and everyone needs it, but we need to have a proper guidance. We need to have a proper education from where we can learn AI properly. The next slide, it's obviously Sage University Indore. So we have a separate department, Institute of Advanced Computing, that offers B.Tech in computer science in artificial intelligence. So what happens is, if you go to many universities and colleges, you can do B.Tech in computer science everywhere. But what happens is, in the computer science, you only get AI or cybersecurity or other subjects as an elective, and they are only in one of the semesters. But here in the advanced computing, you get proper as a whole 4 years course, which basically concentrates on the AI only on the artificial intelligence. So you will get proper exposure, proper education, which is needed to learn from the basic till the advanced level. Institute of Advanced Computing at State University in Indore. We have been taking lead in engaging the top industries and academic universities in computing landscape. We have very collaborations with Quickie. We have a collaboration with Quickie. We have a collaboration with Amazon AWS, Amazon Web Services. We have collaboration with Summitrix, Huawei Technologies. So with these types, it's very easy that you get the exposure what you need to be the industry ready. When you see art, this is a separate department. This is not Department of Engineering. This is Department of Advanced Computing. So this is basically concentrating on students to learn from basic to advanced level of that particular course, not just as an elective, as a proper major. So mission of the department is that they should have a sound understanding of theory and practice in AI. That is very important, because what happens is, when you go to many colleges, even in B.Tech regular CAs, they give you the theoretical knowledge, but in practical knowledge, it's very tough. So when it's separate in a course, 4 year course, so you will have proper theory and practical exposure of AI. So, and then next is aim is to get students be ready in industry, and the academia are nationally and internationally, and meet the pressing demands of the nation in the areas of AI. So we have all these tie-ups, as I already mentioned, the Quickie with Amazon Web Services, Summitrix, All these tie-ups help you learn from the national and international academics, which help you transform not just the basic knowledge of bookish, but you get the knowledge from the industry. That too internationally when we get the academics from there also. Again, at the SAGE, we also emphasis on R&D. It's not just books, exams, and practicals. Students are involved in the R&D processes, R&D projects to make those working. And it's not just they work alone. Its Institute of Advanced Computing works in collaboration with other departments also together to create something if some other project needed AI. So IAC, Institute of Advanced Computing, they work with them to work on that project. Next is, these are the courses we offer. There's a UG course, B.Tech. There's a 4-year course. We have, as I mentioned, that we offer artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, cloud computing, data science. And just to be clear, these are not electives. This is a proper course. If we are asking for artificial intelligence, then it's a 4 years artificial intelligence. If it's cybersecurity, it's 4 years cybersecurity. Obviously, you will learn a little bit about cybersecurity also in AI, but AI is the main major course for the 4 years. We have got PG courses in same as well. We have tie-ups with everyone. We offer PhD also in artificial intelligence and cybersecurity. So we have from UG to PhD. So you can imagine that how much resources we have, what faculties we have, what collaborations we have, since we are offering all these things. As I mentioned, our collaboration with Quickie, they are like, we ensure that students, those will be passing out after the graduation courses, they will be industry ready. Quickie, they have their own professionals. They come here teach. They take online classes. They take some of the courses are directly from the Quickie. And the best part about this is you get 100% job assurance when you enroll into this course. So they can gain the knowledge with practical experience, and they don't have to worry about the future, that what will happen after 4 years. They already have a job assurance from Quickie if they study properly and work according to them. So you will have practical experience also. Recently, Institute of Advanced Computing signed the MOU with Symmetrics for the AI. So that will be, again, as I mentioned, it's industrial collaboration. We emphasize on industrial collaboration because we want the students to be updated, not just bookish knowledge that books goes on for years. We want them to be updated so that with industry collaborations, they learn what is happening in the industries, what new is being R&D in the industries, and since industries collaboration, we can get professionals to come and teach you people over here. So what I will ask is, AI is not just an elective; it's a proper course, and it has a very huge scope. AI is into everything, as I already told you. It's not a very small field; it's a very vast field, and not just for computer science. Like, you cannot say the students who have subjects like computer science, they can only study and go for the AI. Even if a person interested in mechanical, if a person is interested in electronics and other fields, as we can see, they can also go for the AI with the excuse me, with the help of AI. They can actually do their processes very faster and in a smart way. So AI is into every field, and we have to evolve. We cannot just sit there and say, okay, I'm from this particular department, I'm not related to AI, or I'm not related to CS, so it's not for me. Actually, it is for everyone. You are doing it in daily to daily life, and if you have to grow, if you have to take another step from others, you have to be ahead of others. AI study in AI is very important. You have to know the basics, and even if you can say, okay, it's coding is not my part, or if you can, if not good enough, but still you need AI. So together with someone, you can learn the basics, and that will help you grow. Because as I mentioned, it is for everyone. When I said If you remember in the starting, when I said AI is the future of everything, so everything includes every place, every industry, every company. It's not just IT; it's for everywhere. And we have very good opportunities in India for the AI, because as the industry is growing and we have a lot of talent, and people know that most of the brains we use in the technicals are Indians. So we have to make sure that we get proper guidance, proper education, so that we can go ahead and just pursue this course from a proper place, from a proper university where everything is taught properly. I'm a assistant professor at Sage University Indore, so obviously I was talking about Sage. But look around you, find out where are these courses available, which is feasible for you, and get involved in that, because this is the future. As I'm in the starting, I told you emerging technologies, and on the number one, it was artificial intelligence. There are others too. Those are also important, but when we're talking about the number one, and now we have to let learn about why is it number one, and we can be the best at it. And it will help you as a professional also when you go for a job, and it will help you as an entrepreneur also if you want to get start something of your own. It's not like when you start something of your own, AI, how AI helps. AI helps to work on that. Many companies outsource softwares right now for their work, for their projects, because they know that we need expertise on that. And if you have expertise, you can become an entrepreneur, and those company can contact you and get their projects running on that. So AI is can help you as a professional also and as an entrepreneur also. But for that, you need to get the proper knowledge from basic to advanced to work on that. So in B.Tech's CS engineering, B.Tech computer science engineering, AI and all these subjects, cybersecurity and everything, those are electives. Plus, those are only available as one subject in one semester. But in universities like Sage, you get AI as a whole course, whole 4 years. So imagine you will have so much exposure, so much knowledge given over here.